Let me try to do a quick video on this because there was no info when I was looking. So I found this on some guy's farm. 500 bucks, 1990 D250. He said he's had it sitting on his farm, bought it from his friend. He said he's had it sitting there for about 4 years. Look at the plate. Last registration was 2012. It's now the end of 2019, so at least 7 years probably been off the road. It's not a bad truck. Just needs inside's pretty nice. Inside's pretty nice. Had to clean it out. Had cobwebs and stuff. 5.9 V8. All this was apart when I got it. All the front accessories. I had to do a water pump right there. It's crazy how caked up the inside of that was when I pulled that off. I ran the hose through every which way to get it to clear out. Cleaned it all out of stuff and got pretty good. So I throw a little starting fluid in the intake there. It would start for maybe a second and die out. Try to keep it running. So pointed fuel pump to me. So this one actually has it in the tank. Trying to check relays and stuff. There's not much info on where relays are, but seems like they're along the firewall here, or I guess the fender, the engine bay. But on those, I just left the battery, I disconnected it, left the battery, put the battery on, ignition on, and then plugged it in. I could hear it click, so it seemed like those were okay. But I was really just gonna get into here by the gas tank to really check it. I was gonna check electrical and all that. So first I was gonna drop the tank. I took off, try to get the, so you got 2 bolts right there in the front, they're like nuts, and then 2 back there. 2 in the back came out easy, but then the front ones just keep spinning and spinning. I don't know if the stud is stuck in there or what. So eventually I decided to pull the bed off. So in here you got some screws. Take those off, and then you look around underneath, you got some bolts going through right there. I think they were like 9/16. So breaker bar, took all those out, and then get a couple people to help me, and we moved it back onto the tire and the bumper. There was a couple electrical connectors in the back to do. They just unplugged. So anyway, got this off. I pulled, as far as the fuel pump, take this clamp off here. There's a screwdriver, or not driver. And then there's little clips on the rubber hose connections. You can put a little flat blade under there. Get those off. Electrical came out pretty obvious. Rubber hose pulled off, and then that comes out. There was little clips to pull the little like plastic cover down, and then the fuel pump was exposed. I pulled the old fuel pump, put some wires, put it to the battery to see if it would do anything, and it was dead. So it looked like that was my issue. Got that one in, hooked it back up in here, and then I was getting a bunch of leaking back here by your fuel filter down there. The metal hoses go around, and then they turn into rubber hoses and go in right there, and they were all deteriorated. I tried trimming them back and whatever. Eventually I just had to get those hoses off, replace the hose. Then I did a fuel filter, AutoZone, got that on, and then started a little pinhole over here in the hose. So then I had someone go back to AutoZone for me, give me some more hose. So I got fuel filter, new rubber hose over there, new rubber hose over there, and now it fires up, idles pretty good. So It's real tricky the way these are on here, because these are like rivets and it's like connected on there like it's supposed to be all one piece. But what I don't know if I have a piece of it, but I took those are like the rivet pieces. But the other side, so you got hose like this where it's like attached. So I took a grinder with a cutoff wheel, very lightly cut the metal piece, careful not to go all the way through, spread it open with a flathead screwdriver, and then you can pull it off. Same with down there. And then got some clamps, some new hose. There you go. So up there I did all the coolant lines and everything. I just need to hook up belts and I should be good. I need a door handle for this door, but let me hop in here. I'll try to start it, see if I still have the battery connected. But there we go. Yeah, if you like this video, let me know. Maybe I'll start doing some more, because I do a lot of stuff like this just on my own. Thought this, hey, maybe I should record this, because I couldn't find anything on it when I was looking. But I got a ton of stuff. So square body, I got a golf cart I put a gas engine in, old 70s BMW. But yeah, let me know what you think. So I'm in this probably, I bought it $500. Actually, he had, might not be able to see over here, he had a stack of tires in the back. Can't really see. A stack of tires in the bed that were the same size. And when I bought it, had a blown out tire over here. So I actually pulled it by hand and replaced it with one of the tires there, and got it in rolling condition. So $500, and I was able to fix that just with parts he had. I was hoping I could find a full door just so I wouldn't have to do, it needs a door panel and a handle, so I wouldn't have to mess with all that crap. But still deciding if I want to paint it. I kind of like the patina, but people seem to think it's crappy because of it. But I'll paint it, get a stud welder and pull out some of these dents and do a quick paint job on it. Overall, it's a pretty decent little truck. So anyway, I'm in $500 there. The water pump was, I don't know, $50, $80, something like that. The fuel pump was something similar to that. So, all together, I'm well under $1,000 on this still, and I could easily do a paint job myself and still be under $1,000. So, overall, it's not a bad truck. Still deciding if I want to keep it or flip it, but it's got a nice frame and everything. Nice Arizona truck. It's all clean under it. But yeah, let me know what you think.